Cutting an onion releases an actual chemical weapon. Your eyes know it before your brain does. The second a knife breaks an onion's cells, a chain reaction starts. It happens in an instant, faster than you can blink or think to look away. Enzymes that were stored separately inside the onion suddenly mix for the first time. Under normal conditions, those enzymes and their target compound never touch. The knife is what forces the meeting. That collision produces a gas called syn-propanethial S-oxide. It drifts upward. It reaches your eyes. It dissolves into the thin layer of tears already sitting there. Once dissolved, it forms a weak solution of sulfuric acid right on the surface of your eye. Your body reacts exactly the way it would to any irritant. It floods the area with tears, trying to flush the acid away as fast as possible. Think about that for a second. You're not crying because onions are emotional. You're crying because your eyeball is under a low-grade acid attack, and tears are the emergency response. Here's the part most people never learn. Onions didn't evolve this defense for humans at all. It exists to stop insects and grazing animals from eating the plant in the wild. Every bite an animal takes ruptures the same cells a knife does. The gas is a warning shot aimed at teeth and mandibles, not at home cooks. We just happen to get caught in the crossfire every time we slice one open in a kitchen. It's an accident of biology, not a message meant for us. Scientists only fully mapped this exact chemical pathway in 2002. That's more than a century after people started guessing at folk remedies for onion tears. 100 years of grandmothers, chefs, and home cooks trading tips, and nobody actually knew the mechanism until relatively recently. That gap says something about how slow chemistry can be to catch up with kitchen folklore. Meanwhile, the tricks kept multiplying, passed down from one generation to the next, each one confidently repeated as fact, even though nobody had actually tested it against the real mechanism. But here's the part nobody expects. Most of those old tricks don't actually stop the gas. Chewing gum, holding a matchstick between your teeth, freezing the onion first. They work by accident, rather than real chemistry. Chewing gum changes your breathing pattern, which redirects some airflow away from your eyes. A matchstick does something similar. Plus, it might distract you enough that you blink less and notice less. Freezing slows the enzyme reaction down, since cold temperatures make chemical reactions sluggish across the board. None of them block the gas at its source. They just tinker with the delivery system, which is exactly why results are so inconsistent from one kitchen to the next. The one method actually backed by the chemistry is different. Cut the root end last. The enzyme concentration is highest right there, packed into the base where the onion was anchored to the ground. Saving that part for the end keeps the reaction contained longer before you're finished cutting. It's not a folk trick. It's just following the chemistry to its logical endpoint, and it happens to be the simplest fix of all. There's an even stranger twist to this story. Some onion varieties have been bred specifically to lower this compound. They're often called tearless onions. That's honestly the most fascinating detail here, proof that a plant's built-in insect deterrent can be dialed down like a volume knob, just for us. Millions of years of a defense mechanism aimed at bugs, and modern breeding quietly turns the dial towards zero, purely for human comfort at the cutting board. So the next time an onion makes you cry, remember what's actually happening. A weapon built for insects is dissolving into acid on your eyes, and your tears are just damage control. Scientists only cracked the exact mechanism in 2002. Most of the tricks you've heard don't stop the reaction. They just dodge it. Cutting the root last is the one grounded in real chemistry. And somewhere out there, a tearless onion is quietly proving that even a plant's oldest defenses can be rewritten. More of these on this channel. Follow along.